Hi, I'm Sonia, and this is your mid-July energy check. If you are new here, I have videos in the description about how I use the cards and what I believe about the tarot, if you're interested in that. Otherwise, I will see you at your pile. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Hello, pile number 1. Not sure what I'm doing here. I just was called to pull the oracle cards first. I don't know what they are. I did not flip them over. I'm just going with what I'm being called to do in the moment here. So I guess this is for not right now. Whatever. Oh man, I feel like you guys have had a busy month. Things feel not hectic, but like there's been a lot of movement. I feel like things are coming together in a way you weren't expecting. Yeah, but they've been coming together. I just keep getting like, whatever you're working toward, working on manifesting, creating in your life, like you're seeing things come together. And you've been very clear about what you want. Yeah, they're right there. Two of Swords, or Two of Wands. Looking at, you're clear about where you're going, and you've been doing the things that are getting you there, and you're starting to see the movement toward where you want to go. Things are starting to fall into place. I feel like you're letting go of a lot of that doubt and questioning of that. And you're just like over here ruling your empire and like being a badass. Ooh, all right. Yeah, letting go of, letting go and cutting out things that I feel like when you, whatever you're working on right now or doing right now, you thought it was going to be one way, and then as you started, things started to shift in a direction that you weren't expecting them to. Yeah, but you're really seeing things falling into place and you getting what you want. Like, this is really cool. Congratulations. So my question is, woo, right now there's cards as I'm thinking of a question here. Why are you watching this? If everything's going good, falling into place, what message do you guys need to hear to improve upon this? Interesting. I feel like while you have seen movement and while things are falling into place and you are letting go of old shit, it hasn't shifted completely yet, and you're starting to question yourself a little bit. Like, I just am getting like something emotional, but it's not an emotional thing like in the past when you would feel emotions or things would upset you. You know you need to let that go. So I have multiple Rider-Waite style decks. I rarely ever use this particular one. It is the only one that has like extra cards in it that aren't traditional tarot cards. And that's why I picked up this deck. So while things are falling into place, while you're doing the things, you're starting to have these feelings, these doubts, these whatever, because you're not seeing it right there with the moon card on the bottom. Things are not totally clear, and you're following that blind faith, and you're just like going on that path and wanting to make sure that things are good. Things are good. They are good. You need to just keep doing what you're doing. It's one step at a time, knowing that if you just keep taking those one steps, you're going to get exactly where you want to go, okay? First thing I see here is you got the King and Queen of Cups coming out together there. I really feel like there's just this doubt. Yeah, you're worried. Pile number 1. You have nothing to worry about. Literally nothing. You are doing everything right. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly where you're going. You are creating shit to worry about, to be upset about, to be questioning because you're worried about going backwards. You're worried about things falling apart. But they're not going to fall apart, or whatever is making you feel emotional isn't going to destroy whatever you're doing. You're not coming from the place you've come from in the past. This is a beginning that is different than other times you've done it, and it's leading right there to stability, balance. That Justice card, you feeling out of balance, but the Four of Wands is balance, stability, long-term, home. The outside mirroring the inside with that 1111. That worry of like things not working out is just like, you can let that go. You need to let that go. All right, let's give this one more shuffle here. Nothing. All right. Let's see what your card says. Sea Otter. Happiness. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. What was I saying? Pile number 1. And I did not look at these cards before I started doing anything else here. Yeah. Focus on happiness. Focus on being playful. Focus on what you've been focusing on. You're getting results. You're doing everything right. Keep going. You got this. Everything you've ever wanted is already yours. Everything's perfect. Congratulations, pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light. Hello, pile number 2. How are you doing today? Oh, we're just going to be different in every pile, I guess. I did not start with the Oracle card in the last pile, but here we go. Eagle, Mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. All right, pile number 2. So just from that, you, I'm guessing, are either I'm getting the feeling of you're starting your spiritual journey, or you're taking it to a level that you didn't even see coming as you have been on this journey for a while. I feel like a lot of you know that you need to let go of the past, but others of you are still figuring out how you do that. You are guided by the wind of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. I feel like there's a lack of faith that you're going with, that you're feeling right now, that you don't trust spirit, your intuition, all that kind of stuff as much as you would like to, or you're not even sure how to for some of you. I feel like this is like, again, this is either people who are just starting on this journey or people who are taking it to a level that they didn't know existed. I also, from your wisdom inspires the world. That right there, I feel like you don't realize how much you know and how much you understand. You don't understand how powerful you are. You don't understand how much your view is important to not only your spiritual journey, but to other people's spiritual journey. And even if it's not, you're doing something like I'm doing, where my purpose is to help people on their spiritual journeys. When you're on a spiritual journey, you're affecting everybody around you, whether they are quote unquote spiritual or not. Okay. Just really a feeling of giving yourself more credit. I feel like you need to give yourself more credit for, everything you've been through, what you've learned. Like, you know so much. I feel like you know so much, you understand so much, and yet you're like, I don't. And that's just not true. I feel like you see everything as an obstacle. Like, everything is an obstacle. You're not getting anywhere. Things are just freaking hard. You don't see where you're going. There's a lot of spiraling. You're giving a lot, doing a lot, but you're not seeing it come back to you in return. So you feel like you have to go deeper into your spirituality, looking for answers to all your problems, when what you don't see and what you don't understand is that the answers are within you. The answers you're looking for are within you. The Two of Swords is about decision making, like one sword, representing one decision and the other representing the other. Swords representing your thoughts, and it's like you need to let go of one and hold on to the other, which is what creation, manifestation, whatever is. Whatever you are continuously telling yourself is what you're going to experience. So these things, and that is what, in my opinion, spirituality even is at the base, is you choosing what you're going to think and then realizing that your thoughts control, for lack of a better way of putting it, what you're going to experience. And right now, this attitude of nothing works out, everything's hard, I don't know where I'm going, those are the thoughts you're having, so that's what you get to experience. And until you decide to drop that sword and pick up the other one, where it's like, no, everything works, I know exactly what I'm doing, my wisdom inspires the world. you're going to continue to just live in that same cycle over and over and over again. Yeah. Dropping that crappy sword shifts things to you understanding how this works, how to get what you want, that you already have what you want. That's a fucking huge shift. I think that's what you guys needed to hear right now. It's a shift in perspective. That is all I got for you. There is nothing else. I feel like that's what you needed to hear, is to shift that perspective. Just let all that shit go. That is how you let go of the past. If you were wondering, you decided it doesn't matter. If you're having a hard time just letting it go, you can revise it. You can tell yourself that something different happened if it's something that keeps coming up. I did a video on that at some point. I believe it came out already. I filmed my videos in advance, so I'm not sure. I will look it up and I will put it in the description if you want to hear my take on revising the past, if that is something that is a part of this. Otherwise, yeah, you guys got this. You just needed to change that perspective and see what happens. I think you're going to be surprised. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light. Hello, pile number 3. First 2 piles were interesting. I've done them completely different, so let's see what happens with you guys. What do you need to know this mid-July 2023, or whenever you're watching this? What do you need to hear right now? I feel like you're going through a transformation. I feel like it's one that you weren't expecting to go through, per se. I feel like something happened that made you need to evolve. I feel like you have you've realized that your thoughts create what you experience, that you have a massive say in what you experience, and that your thoughts are everything. Your focus is everything, and by shifting that and controlling that and choosing that, that you have a lot of power. I also feel like you know that, and I feel like that is part of what you've evolved into, but I also feel like you're focused on something that hasn't happened yet. Like there is, you haven't accepted that changing your thoughts is how you get everything in life, and that your thoughts about anything are dictating what you're experiencing. So what do I mean by that? I mean that if you're telling yourself that controlling your thoughts is hard, it is. If you tell yourself manifesting is hard and you don't know how to do it, you don't. If you tell yourself every time I have to call this person, it's such a bad experience, or this person always treats me like this, or anything that you're putting always, and then you're like, I hate that it's always like this. That's being created by what you're thinking. Literally everything. I also feel like there is a feeling of waiting going on in this transformation. Man, there's a lot going on, and all of a sudden it's like, I felt where this energy was going, and then it just shifted. So I said something to shift something. Okay. Yeah, things haven't shifted. You feel like you're living from a place of inspiration, of being in flow. Things they're not coming together. You're doing the things, but things aren't coming together. Yeah, you're like waiting on this new beginning. You're controlling your thoughts, but the manifestations aren't happening. So you're just longing for that shift. Okay, so I feel that with your understanding of what's happening, you are also not fully grasping how it works. Now, this may not be for everybody, and if this isn't for you, I'm not sure where this is going, but this is what I'm getting. I am getting that you wake up in the morning 1000% ready to go, knowing what you're doing. You feel so confident in it. You're going with it. Everything seems good. As the day progresses, you don't see movement. So then you start to question, doubt, looking for what's wrong, not understanding. The old stuff starts to come up instead of staying in where you started your day. And then that's creating this like cycle of it's not working, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working. That you're starting, like every day you start and it's working in the morning, and then by the night it's not working. Like it's good in the morning, then by the nighttime you're spiraling. In the morning you're good, and then by night you're spiraling. I've been there, so I can't make judgments on that one. Like, I get you. But the thing, yes, controlling your thoughts is important. Choosing what you're going to think is important. But it's also important to live your life. I feel like that's where this disappointment that you're feeling, I just really am feeling like this disappointment of things aren't coming together. I don't know how to make them change. Comes from you putting everything on manifesting, on your manifestation, on getting this stuff to change, on changing your thoughts, and you're not doing anything that you enjoy. There's like nothing fun here. You don't see that living your life is part of the manifestation process. You've been manifesting your whole life. You can't not manifest. The problem that you're having is you're manifesting the wrong things. You change what you're manifesting by thinking about things in a different way. I feel like you need to make this more of a game. You need to make it more fun. You need to do things that you enjoy. stop looking at this as like wishing on a star, because you're not wishing on a star when you are doing quote unquote the work of the inner work of deciding what you're going to think about things. You're doing that. I feel like you're way too focused on what's happening and not focused enough on just being happy where you are. That's not accepting where you are. That's different. Being happy where you are. Taking time and watching a movie, or going out with friends, or reading a good book, or painting a picture, doing whatever that is not constantly focusing on wanting things to be different, because that right there, wanting them to be different, is not telling yourself that it is the way you want it to be, that it has changed. You're keeping yourself stuck in that it's going to change, I want it to change. And just feeling like you have to put more and more and more energy and more of yourself into that. And that is not going to work the way that you want it to. Yeah, everything is possible. Everything can change at any moment. You both understand it and you don't. You are too focused on how is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? This isn't working. I don't know what I'm doing. I need more information. You're very much so focused on it not working. This can come together so easily without you putting in a lot of work, and can literally switch from night to day with you changing your perception of what you're doing. We've got the two. I was like, we got the 2 8s here. No, we don't. We've got the 7 and the 8s. The 7 and 8. But, whatever. Pile number 3. You know what you're doing. You need to tell yourself that. I know what I'm doing. I have the answers. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing this right. Everything I do works for me. I know exactly how to get what I want. I am focused on the one thing I want. Nothing else matters, because that one thing I want, I turn this card upside down and look, there's the one cup up. The rest are pouring out, right? I am in the reality I want to be in. Everything goes the way I want it to. I get everything I want, right? And as you start to shift that, look at that. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, new beginning, 2 of Cups, things coming together. And there's the other 8. I was like, there's 2 8s here. There's the other 8 I was just talking about. Things flowing in harmony, coming together, being extremely easy. Starts with you telling yourself that things are extremely easy, happen really fast, and everything is possible. So I feel like you understand what you're doing when it comes to thinking about the specific thing you want. It's just the rest of the process that you need to shift your mindset around. Fox, clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. I kind of got that when this 2 of Cups came up. I'm like, I feel like you guys might be manifesting a relationship. But yeah, you are swift and smart. You know what you're doing. You do, but you kind of don't believe that. And I feel like you need to remind yourself that you are smart. You have the answers. Solutions to problems are easily found. And I did not see this card before I did this reading. So like, you need to trust yourself You need to know that you can do this. And you need to tell yourself those things. I know what I'm doing. This is so easy. Everything works out for me. I always get what I want. I feel like it's that is missing from what you're currently telling yourself. Yes, you're telling yourself, you know, like you're in the relationship, but then there's this underlying, I don't know if it's working. I don't know how to do this. Focusing way too much on what's happening in front of your face, not getting any results. Then you start getting in your head even more about it. No. Solutions to problems are easily found. This is going to work itself out. I know what I'm doing. I am so smart. I know what I'm doing. Like, that is the big thing I'm getting. Yeah, like, I know what I'm doing, and all I have to do is follow the steps in front of me, and I'm going to get exactly where I want to go. You got this, pile number 3. If you are interested in coaching or private readings, my information's in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.